Please stream, let me know if the sound is working now. I've been working on that. I'm sorry you couldn't hear the first inning. There we go. Thank you, Renee. I'm sorry, I really thought I had the sound working. I fixed that up. So only half an inning missed. We'll have some interviews here. A great 1-2-3 inning pitch from Bryant Baranek. And I'm glad everybody's here to watch the stream. We have J.B. Bell leading off for the River Bandits. Our second baseman tonight facing Zane Loveday for the Edenton Steamers, who's down 0-2 in the count as he looks at strike three. 3 pitches, and J.B. Bell strikes out looking. So a big game tonight against our rival Edenton Steamers. They are 7-2 as we are 6-3. Here's the pitch one, and that is hit down the center field side and gets past the shortstop Ty Garza for a single for Preston Shelton. One pitch and he gets a base knock.
Number 11, Armani Newton.
Hey, Chris, I think I'm working the stream fine. I don't know what happened there. I just had to unplug stuff, and it worked again. Maybe it's the older iPad I have here. As there's ball one. I don't think you need to trade anyone in. I got it under control.
Isn't there a Ryan Nielsen?
So Preston Shelton on first base with a small lead as Armani Newton looks at strike one. Armani Newton has been slashing so far to start the season as that ball gets to the backstop over Armani Newton's head, and Preston Shelton's going to get into second safely. So I was saying Armani Newton in Tarboro is hitting .529 in 21 plate appearances, a .619 on-base percentage. He has been slashing 9 hits, 7 singles, a double, and a home run, and 5 RBIs. So he hits all over the field. Preston Shelton looks to steal. Armani Newton hits over the left field side, and Ryan Kay is going to be there for out number 2.
The first baseman, number 27, Jack Nielsen.
And that'll bring up our first baseman tonight, Jack Nielsen, in the cleanup spot. Saying Lovelady with the first pitch. Loveday, excuse me, not Lovelady. That ball is outside for ball one. Jack Nielsen, 31 plate attempts and a .435 batting average. All 4 of the top 4 spots in the batting order for the River Bandits have been slashing. See if they can get a run in with Preston Shelton on second as Jack Nielsen grounds it over to Ty Garza. The throw to first in time for out number 3 over to Gabe Kirk. That'll be the end of the inning for the River Bandits as Preston Shelton is stranded at second. We'll see you back here in the top of the second inning in just a moment on YouTube Live. We are back in the top of the second inning as Brian Baranek is taking on the mound again. And we have our first interview of the day. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. My name's Dominic. I wasn't really given your name, so what is your name and what are you all about?
All right, Dominic, my name is Alex Langley.
Alex Langley, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm the commissioner for the Rocky Mountain Little League and for Tar River Little League softball. And our kids were the ones that we were out there running out there with the kids today, or running out with the players today on there. So we're just really excited to be here tonight and give the kids this opportunity. They've had a really good season, and this is kind of a way to top it off. We finished up our regular season last week with our championships and all of our various age divisions in baseball and softball. And then some of the all-stars are starting to practice now. So it's that time of the year. And baseball, summer baseball. And coming back here, too, because I actually played at this stadium about 23 years ago when I was in high school.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to be back here?
It feels really good. I mean, there's been a lot of changes to it. Still looks really good. It was as a local boy from here in the Twin County area, went to Southwest Edgecombe, actually the same high school as he mentioned, Jake Fuller, who had been a player for our league and stuff.
Yeah.
He and I went to the same high school.
Oh, okay.
Many years apart.
Yeah,
but,
he is a youngin'.
This is where we used to come and play the Easter tournaments, and it was always one of the highlights of our baseball season. Coming here with teams would come from New York and Ohio, and I mean there were some really big. It was some big-time baseball. I mean, there's still some good teams that come in, but it was, for us, show my age here, back in the late 90s, it was always one of the most fun times that we could have, and so it was a good stuff for us.
Bring back good, bad memories being here? Neutral?
We won the tournament back in 97, but 98, 99, we were not as fortunate. I was a sophomore in 97 when we won it, behind some pitching from some good pitching that year from one of our guys named Brandon Whitlark. And unfortunately, he was the one that he passed away a couple weeks after that tournament.
Oh,
and
wow.
they named the MVP award after him for the tournament each year at that time. And but watching him play and everything with that, it's always been this has always been a special place for anybody here that grew up in Edgecombe County and played baseball here.
Yeah.
I mean, to us in Tarboro are rivals for sure, but coming here to play them and playing that Easter tournament was always a really big thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad they named that award for him because that's just tragic news to hear about him.
Yeah, they're still around. His parents are still around, and but a lot of us still think about him all the time. But this is really cool for the kids to be here. You know, we've got a really good league. We've been around a long time. I've done the math. Next year will be the 75th year of youth baseball in Rocky Mount.
75th year.
75th year, whether it's been Little Tar Heel or Little League, and it'll be the 10th year of Little League baseball when we chartered Little League.
How long have you been doing it?
I have been here in the position with the Parks and Rec and overseeing Little League since 2018.
Okay, so you're fairly new. 5
fairly
years.
new.
That's not, it's not brand new, but you're not super long tenure. But
yeah, predecessors before me, Lynn Driver and Larry Camp, in their time with Parks and Rec, they did a really spectacular job, and I'm just trying to do what I can to kind of follow in their footsteps and just provide the opportunities, because it's we play at the Rocky Mountain Sports Complex, and it's a really great facility for this area. We're very excited every time we have it. There's a big Top Gun baseball tournament taking place there this weekend with like 100 teams coming from. But it's always real special to have our kids there and just be, and play there during the week. So just give them that opportunity as well. So.
Well, you seem super into it. I'm glad to see that. You seem motivated.
Baseball's. I got my colleague does a lot of the stuff as far as running. His name is Alexis Rodriguez, as far as baseball and softball. And he's a graduate of in North Carolina Wesleyan, played baseball there, and he's really into it. I'm a super baseball fan as well.
Yeah.
It's just always seeing the kids during the regular season as they come and compete for the city championship each year is always really special. This year we actually had a historic season that we had in our playoffs. The last place team came out of the bottom of the bracket and won the entire city championship.
They did. Okay,
Yep.
so I mean, it's anyone's game ever.
Oh yeah, Chambliss and Rabel won it, and they were able to do that, and with longtime coach Ivy Powell. It was the first season we did not have Sam Toller, who's coached in our league for. Oh, did I get down?
That was a great play over there from
Who was
Brent
that in there in
Riddle.
left field? That was an awesome play.
Brent Riddle made a diving catch to save the bases, most likely being loaded. If it got behind him, could have brought in some runs.
The designated hitter, number
What we got now? First and second.
First and second with 1 out.
One out. Oh
So, I
yeah,
mean,
that was definitely a big play.
Could have been a game changer. You don't want to go down early to Edenton. I mean, I don't know if you saw last game. The last game we played them was 23-14. We won.
You won?
Yeah, Tar River Bandits won in Edenton, but it was 23-14.
That sounds like what ended up being our city championship is the best 2 of 3 series. The first 2 games were 1-run games,
Yeah.
and the game 3, they go back to back to back, just pitch it right out. The team ended up winning. They ended up winning 20-1. But,
Oh, wow.
But both teams competed so hard.
Yeah.
Optimist Club and Chambliss and Rabel. It was a really big series. The kids in our league, they get drafted they'll get drafted at age 9 or 10. They'll stay with the same team.
Yeah.
So you get to see the team grow.
Yeah, that's true.
Optimist did not. I don't think they won a game last year, but this year they continued to work. Those kids came back, and they Coach Nate Cooper and his brother Jarvis. I think also Coach Nicholson. They did a tremendous job. I mean, they getting them back and finished second in regular season, and making the run to the city championship series. It was really cool.
Yeah, as much as it's on the players for playing better, that's got to be some type of coaching to get them.
I mean,
to,
these kids
to be
put in
that
a lot
much
of work,
better.
man.
Yeah, I mean they got a lot of work from both sides, but I mean to go down from that spot and then no wins and then.
I mean, they start practicing in mid-March, and work all the way up until second week of June, and they're practicing and playing 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week. Some of these teams, and just straight through, and then some of them, they'll play some weekend games as well. So they put a lot of time in it, both baseball and softball. That was second out right there.
Yep, that was
And our softball teams, this is the first year for it's called Tar River Little League Softball.
Tar River Little League. Okay.
So it's a combination of Nash County Parks and Rec, Rocky Mount Parks and Rec, and South Edgecombe Summer Rec and Tri-Community Softball working together to try to promote the game of softball and grow it. So
Yeah.
it was a really good fun year, and a lot of those, and just like all those, the All-Stars and teams for that, all those young ladies are here.
Yeah.
They're gearing up for their run as well. So I mean, it's Little League is all about girls got game, and that's we want to promote that as well. We're providing those opportunities. All of them will aspire for that. Because the Little League Softball World Series is right here in Greenville,
It is okay.
and so it's held there every year for the next 5 or 6 years.
What's that stadium called? I believe I live
At Elm Street Park.
Okay, I live right next to it basically
Okay.
at my apartment. So
I mean, that's what all of them dream about. Of course, all the kids dream about Williamsport, but it's just the best thing is about representing your community, being involved with them, and just to play some more baseball and kind of take that opportunity and go compete for your league.
Yeah.
A lot of them they'll walk in and like Jake's brother Cody was on it was Tar when the team was Tar Heel. He was on a state champion team.
he was okay.
And so every time they'll come in, the kids see those signs, and they know about the history of the league and everything. Softball as well. Like last year, several of our girls we were state champions in a 14 and a 12U division for what they call the SWAC. So those signs have been up, and I heard a story the other day. One of the girls that was on it, she came in, she saw the sign up, so she stopped, took a picture with it. So
Oh, okay.
and that's really Parks and Rec, everything. That's what we're about. We want to provide memorable moments for the girls and young men and young ladies as they come out there and play. But that's what we try to do at Little League and through baseball and youth softball, and just like I said, I thank y'all for allowing us to come out here.
Thanks
we
for
have a commercial
coming.
break or something.
What's up?
Is there a commercial break?
Yeah, this is pretty much. We know you got to go soon. You were here for the top of the second. I'm glad it lasted a little longer because you were a great interview. But yeah, it's
But,
that's about it.
We appreciate the time. Just a couple things. I know a couple of local sponsors helping out with our Little League softball teams.
Okay.
Rocky Mountain Toyota, Mitchell Used Cars, and then also we've had Nash County Farm Bureau. Through the help of them, we're actually able to provide the uniforms for all of the girls, our all-star teams for youth softball. And we just want to give them a big shout-out, big thank for that as well. And just all of the sponsors we had, there's too many to name, and I don't take so much time, but I appreciate Tar River Bandits' opportunity and giving us to come out here and just talk about our league. And we serve 350 kids a year, youth baseball and youth softball. Man. And so it's and we're continuing to grow, and we're just we're excited about the future and continue to do this some more. So, but thank you, Dominic, right?
Yep, Dominic. And your name again?
Alex.
Alex, okay.
Alex Langley. Thank you for y'all bringing it here. Thank you, Wayne, for this opportunity. And just good luck to the team the rest of the way. And we'll hopefully we just see some good baseball the rest of the night.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. And I wish you luck on everything. Just going forward in your career and everything with your team.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you so much. Great to meet you.
You too.
We are back after the interview, and that was a great interview with him. We're in the bottom of the second as Brent Riddle is leading off. It's 2-0 count in his favor against Zane Loveday. River Bandits stranded 2 on second and third as Bryant Baranek got out of that jam as Brent Riddle looks at the third ball. See if he can work a leadoff walk, get on the bases early. Both teams have one hit to start the game. Here's the pitch, and Brent Riddle fouls it back into our dugout for strike one. Brent Riddle in Tarboro has 41 plate appearances, 172 batting average, but he does have a .415 on base percentage, so he does get on base frequently. He has 5 hits, 4 singles, and a home run as that pitch comes in for strike two. Zane Loveday works back in his favor for the full count. Brent Riddle at Minot State University with a .330 batting average as he swings on that, grounds that over to Ty Garza. Ty Garza over to Gabe Kirk, just in time for out number one. So a good play from Ty Garza. We are going to go mute between the walk-up songs so we don't get copyrighted, so that's why. Mitch Jones at the plate here as he stings that down the left field line. That is going to drop fair over to the left field wall. Eldon Cottle throws it in. He's going to slide in safely. Mitch Jones with a double.
I didn't know you went to Southwest. I did not know that.
Gets the barrel of that bat on. Oh, excuse me. We have to mute during these songs. Eston Snyder now at the plate after Mitch Jones ropes that down the third base line all the way to the left field wall, and he slides in safely. Eston Snyder fouls that out of play down the first base side.
I live in town.
So a great piece of hitting from Mitch Jones. Gets the barrel of his bat on that ball. Hits it all the way to the left field wall. Closer play than I was expecting. It's second base. Luke Myers almost put the tag on him. Pitch comes home as he stings that down the third base line and foul. Eston Snyder down in the count 0-2 early after that Mitch Jones double.
Oh, really? Gotcha. Yeah, I did that.
0-2 count for Eston Snyder, the man on second, as he looks at that one inside for ball one. Doesn't go.
I had it
Great crowd here in Tarboro. We've had some great crowds here to start the season. River Bandits 6-3, as Edenton Steamers are 7-2. Could tie them up in our division at both 7-3 if they win the game tonight. 1-2 pitch comes home, and he fouls that back at the end of his bat.
Anthony Rodriguez, who used to own Tipsy Tomato at the Rocky Mountain Mills, he's like, dude, bring it on down here for the summer. So
2 hits now for Tarboro after that Mitch Jones double. Mitch Jones at Virginia Tech University.
There's Pine Tops teams, Macclesfield teams, Tarboro teams, Greenville teams.
Brandon Phillips down on the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch as he hits that just over. Ty Garza makes the play. He backs up. I thought that was going to be hit just a bit harder from Phillips. Hits it off the bat, and Ty Garza backs up into the grass to make the play.
The shortstop, number 14.
Excuse me, now is Brandon Phillips. That was Eston Snyder that I mentioned.
That'd be pretty cool.
I switched that over on our scoreboard. I accidentally gave them an out, and it switched to the next batter, so that's on me. This is now Brandon Phillips at the plate.
Yeah, right.
Mitch Jones at second as that ball skies high over the catcher, making Winslow's glove, and he's going to get into third safely. Mitch Jones. Brandon Phillips in Tarboro has 31 plate appearances, a .250 batting average, .323 on base percentage, 7 hits, 6 of them singles. Does have a triple, the only one on the team. Has 5 RBIs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Here's the pitch as he stings that overpass. Ty Garza bounces it down. He saves a possible double, but the run gets in. Mitch Jones gets in for the first run of the game for the River Bandits, first run of the game in general. Brandon Phillips with a hard hit single over towards Ty Garza.
Number 23, Josh Wilson.
The catcher was real funny. I threw the pitch. I was
Josh Wilson now at the plate after Brandon Phillips and an RBI single off Ty Garza's glove at shortstop. River Bandits lead 1-0 against the Steamers here early. I mentioned in our interview that River Bandits defeated the Steamers 23-14 not too long ago. Josh Wilson swings and misses there. So a 23-14 is much different than the start of this game. Still very early here in the bottom of the second, 1-0 River Bandits. 1-1 count for Josh Wilson. As Brandon Phillips is on first base. A short lead. Loveday looking over as Wilson fouls that back.
Foul ball brought to you by Cotton Valley Golf Course.
Anyway. Dude, well, the Mets gave us a win, and then we shit the bed 4-3. Should have won that game.
Josh Wilson, our catcher tonight, as Brandon Phillips is gonna steal second. The catcher's indifference, no throw.
Him and Verlander were great.
He's made his money.
Oh, yeah. He's earned it.
You got to have somebody in the field.
Lots of people in the press box. I hope you can hear me all right here as Brandon Phillips just stole second base. He's on second now as Josh Wilson is in a count 2-2. With 2 outs, Loveday's 2-2 pitch is inside. Wilson works the full count. On deck is Boogie Saunders, the bottom of our order, our center fielder tonight.
And I can't believe he's hitting 230 something. I don't know what the heck's going on because, he battled toe injury for 2 seasons and now he's finally healthy and he's hitting worse.
Loveday's full count pitch is inside for ball 4. Josh Wilson works the walk. So a great at bat from Wilson will bring up Boogie Saunders. Some spectacular 2-out hitting for the River Bandits.
Dumbass and slid into home. Well, anyway,
So runners on first and second
and rolled my
as
ankle.
Boogie Saunders looks at a ball to start this at bat.
My ankle swelled up.
As he stings that into center field towards Drifton Paget, but right at him and makes out number 3.
Like, you're not gonna be able to pitch.
Boogie hit that hard, but straight towards Drifton Paget as that is out number 3 for the River Bandits. They do score 1 in the bottom of the second and take the lead. We'll see you back here in the top of the third inning in just a moment. We're back in the top of the third inning as Bryant Baranek is on the mound again for the third consecutive inning as he has been pitching lights out, only allowed 1 hit here in the game as there's a big swing and a miss for strike 1. The number 9 hitter Ryan Kay, their left fielder, at the plate. Down 0-1 as that pitch is fouled back. 0-2 count. Ryan Kay down on the count early. Bryant Baranek has been working fast. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's swung on, grounded out towards the third base side, and foul.
Hey, listen, we got too many people up here. I got people saying they hear y'all and you cussing on the live. Oh, crap. Okay, good. I got you.
Jake, good to see you.
See you later.
So an 0-2 count here. Bryant Baranek on the mound as Ryan Kay just fouled that pitch off. Here's the 0-2 pitch as that is hit hard down the right field side and way out of play. Here's the 0-2 pitch as that is hit down the first base line, and that's going to be fair. Jack Nielsen just can't get to it as it hit hard. It's going to stop him there at first as Essen Snyder gets to that ball quickly. It's the second hit of the game for the Steamers. Their 10th hitter here, their third baseman, Eldon Cottle. 4 games, 15 at-bats. He has 2 hits, 2 walks. He has a 133 batting average. Does have a double and 1 RBI. The man on first and no outs as he looks at ball 1. All right, Baranek with the 1-0 pitch as there's a big swing and a miss for Cottle. Lead-off single down that first base line from Ryan Kay. A great piece of hitting to get past Jack Nielsen. Baranek hoping for a double play. with a man on first and no outs. As Cottle's going to go to second. As that's fouled off, he's going to have to go back. One-two count here for Baranek. Baranek pitched at Middle Tennessee State University this past season with a 7.93 ERA, 1 win, 3 losses, and 17 appearances. Did have 5 starts. Here's the 1-2 pitches. That's grounded out towards the shortstop side. Over to second, J.B. Bell. Over to first to Jack Nielsen. Not in time. They do get the man at second for out number 1.
The second baseman, number 3, Luke Myers.
That'll bring up Luke Myers, their second baseman. As they do get out number 1 in that play. Brandon Phillips almost tossed to J.B. Bell over to Jack Nielsen in time for the 6-4-3 double play. As that pitch gets in there for out number 1. As I was saying, at Middle Tennessee State University, Baranek did have 5 starts and 1 save. 42 innings pitched at Middle Tennessee State with 52 hits, 37 earned runs. He throws it back to first, not in time. As Cottle's going to stay there. They have their leadoff hitter now, Luke Myers, their second baseman. Down in the count, 0-1. Here's the pitch home. As that is sword swung at for strike number 2, excuse me. 100 people now watching the stream. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if anything is going wrong. Sorry about the sound not working for that top of the first inning. All good now as Bryant Baranek is up in the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch home as that is grounded out towards J.B. Bell. J.B. is going to flip it over to second in time for a double play, 4-6-3 double play. J.B. Bell to Brandon Phillips over to Jack Nielsen for 2 outs. Brian Baranek gets out of that inning. Strands a man at first. We'll see you back here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and the River Bandits will try to extend their 1-0 lead on YouTube Live. J.B. Bell leading off for the River Bandits in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He's at the top of our batting order. Our second baseman tonight who fouls that off for strike 1. He was a part of that 4-6-3 double play to end of the inning in the top of the 3rd. Going to try to start a rally here as he leads off for the River Bandits. The 0-1 pitch is upstairs above the letters for ball 1. On deck, Preston Shelton, our 3rd baseman tonight. The 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2. J.B. Bell played at Motlow State University this past season, had 24 games played and a .212 batting average. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Had 52 at-bats, 14 runs, 11 hits, 9 walks, 13 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 2 home runs. Did have 19 strikeouts. Here's the 3-1 pitch as that's high above the letters out of the catcher, making Winslow's hands. That'll be a walk for J.B. Bell. Brings up our third baseman, Preston Shelton. After J.B. Bell works the leadoff walk against Zane Loveday. Loveday's first pitch is low for ball 1. He's struggling to find the strike zone here in the bottom of the third. Zane Loveday has 3 games played for the Steamers, 5 2/3 innings pitched with a 7.94 ERA. Does have 5 earned runs, 8 walks, 9 hits, and 6 Ks. That is fouled off down the third base line. Loveday has 8 walks on the season, second most on the team for the Steamers. Preston Shelton's going to try to take advantage of that after J.B. Bell just did. He has a short lead over at first base. Loveday throws it over. J.B. Bell walks into first base safely. It's a soft throw just to keep him over there. Edenton Steamers have 2 hits on the day. Tarboro River Bandits have 3 as River Bandits are up 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. So J.B. Bell's going to go. The throw over to second bounces, and the tag is in time. J.B. Bell gets caught stealing. Great tag from Ty Garza and a great throw from Macon Winslow for out number 1. Preston Shelton still at the plate with a 1-1 count. Loveday's 1-1 pitch is hit high into left field side, and that's going to be caught by Ryan Kay for out number 2. So a change of momentum here in the bottom of the third inning. That'll bring up our hot-hitting lefty batter, Armani Newton, after J.B. Bell gets caught stealing and Preston Shelton flies it out over to the left field side as he fouls that back over and back in play.
Run it out.
First baseman Gabe Kirk is going to go run and grab that, throw that to the catcher, Macon Winslow. And he wants that ball back, Zane Loveday. Armani Newton at John Carroll Catholic High School had a .382 batting average as he swings and misses there for strike 2. Swinging for the fences there from our DH tonight, Armani Newton. At his high school, he did have 89 at-bats, 26 runs, 34 hits, 15 walks, and 24 RBIs. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Loveday as that is inside. Newton has to back up. Much different scene from the last time the Steamers played the River Bandits. It was a high-scoring affair. Here it's 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Here's the 1-2, and that's high for ball 2. Monty Newton working it back to 2-2. Monty Newton, our third hitter on our lineup, which makes Jack Nielsen on deck. Here's the 2-2 pitch as he swings and misses for strike 3. That'll be the third out of the inning. Zane Loveday works around that leadoff walk. We'll head into the top of the 4th inning in just a moment as Brian Baranek will come out for the 4th consecutive inning, work his magic. We'll see you here on YouTube Live in just a moment. Drifton Paget, the Edenton Steamers hitter here, their center fielder, as Brian Baranek has taken the mound again for the 4th inning. The first pitch against him is fouled sharply over to their dugout for strike 1. Baranek has been looking great today. He's been dealing only 2 hits on him. Great double play last inning to get him out of a small jam. As there's ball 1. See how long he can go this game. He went 5 innings in his first start this season. 1-1 pitch, fouled back into the netting for strike 2. Drifton Paget, the hitter, has 24 at-bats. 9 hits, 6 walks, a .375 batting average, and a .500 on base percentage. So Drifton Paget does get on base half the time. See if Baranek can strike him out here. The 1-2 pitch, and that's low for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch is just fouled off. Reaches for that one to foul that ball off. Great pitch from Baranek. Paget spoils that, and we're going to do the 2-2 pitch again. The 2-2. There we go. There's the swing and a miss as he goes reaching for it once again. Can't get the end of the bat on it, and that's going to be strike 3 for out number 1.
The catcher, number 24, Macon Winslow.
Brings up Macon Winslow, their catcher. Had a great play to catch J.B. Bell stealing this past inning. J.B. Bell worked a leadoff walk. Thought he was going to get into second safely. Slid. Macon Winslow made a great throw over. Here's Baranek's first pitch of the at-bat, and that's outside for ball 1. Macon Winslow, 32 at-bats, has 10 hits, 2 walks, .312 batting average, and .324 on base percentage. It's another one of their better hitters as that ball's low for ball 2. Does have a home run on the season with 6 RBIs. The 2-0 is fouled out of play. So 1 out, 2-1 count for Baranek. So that's high above the letters, ball 3. Macon Winslow trying to give it to Gabe Kirk with him on the bases. Gabe Kirk, their cleanup hitter, as that ball is hit sky high in the right field side. Esten Snyder's going to get under it for out number 2.
The first baseman, number 29, Gabe Kirk.
Easy routine play over there in right field for Esten Snyder. That brings up Gabe Kirk, who has the most RBIs on the Edenton Steamers team with 13 as he looks at strike 1. He acknowledges the great pitch from Baranek, first pitch of the at-bat. So 2 outs, no one on. Gabe Kirk up to bat. He looks at strike 2, 2 consecutive strikes thrown from Baranek. 2 quick strikes. Can he get him out in 3 pitches? Here's the pitch. Hit over towards Brandon Phillips. He's going to throw over to Jack Nielsen in time. Scoop up from Jack Nielsen. Great scoop. So it looks like Gabe Kirk might have hurt himself as he was running very slowly over to first base. Looks like he might have hurt his hand. We'll update you if he is all right when we get the news. We'll see you here in the bottom of the 4th inning on YouTube Live as the River Bandits are going to take the plate again, try to extend that 1-0 lead. Jack Nielsen is leading off for the River Bandits as he just scooped up a throw from Brandon Phillips for out number 3 against Gabe Kirk. He looks at strike 1 as it looks as Gabe Kirk is all right as he is over at first base continuing to play. It's been a weird way that he hit the ball off the bat. Must have just hurt his hand or his wrist a little bit. But he'll be all right. 0-1 count here against Jack Nielsen. That ball's low for ball 1. Jack Nielsen, our first baseman tonight from Abilene Christian University, had 31 games played there, 169 batting average and 59 at-bats, 9 runs, 10 hits, 13 walks, 6 RBIs. Here's the 1-1 pitch as that's, gets called for strike 2. Was a great frame from the catcher, Macon Winslow, as that looked like it was outside. Jack Nielsen, as I said earlier, hitting .435 for us, so big improvement from last year's college. As he hits that back at the pitcher, hits the pitcher, Zane Loveday's back, and he throws it over to first base, not in time. Gabe Kirk cannot make the play. It gets out of his glove. So Jack Nielsen's going to single. He rips it over Zane Loveday's back. Zane Loveday had trouble finding it. Once he found it, the throw was just a bit low for Gabe Kirk at first base. They're checking in on him, make sure he's all right. And he seems to be all right as he is staying in the game. Catcher Macon Winslow walking back along with the umpire and their manager. That'll bring up Brent Riddle. Now Brent Riddle at the plate after a single from Jack Nielsen off the pitcher's Loveday's back. As that ball's inside, Brent Riddle has to back out of the way. Brent Riddle, our left fielder tonight, made a great diving play over there. Had first and second on for the Steamers, and he made the diving play. Could have got behind him and had some runs for the Steamers as he rips that down the third base line over to the third baseman. The throw to second, in time to throw to first for the double play. Great double play. Eldon Cottle over to Luke Myers to Gabe Kirk for the 5-4-3 double play. That'll bring up Mitch Jones. Mitch Jones is our extra hitter tonight, as there are extra hitters here in the Premier League. Gets more at-bats for our batters here as that ball is in there for strike 1. So a hard hit ball to Eldon Cottle from Brent Riddle creates a double play after Jack Nielsen's single. So he hits that down the first base line and foul. Down in the count 0-2 early here. As Loveday has been working out of some players on the bags. 4 hits against him, but only 1 run. No errors from either side tonight. So we have seen a bunch of errors recently for teams playing against the River Bandits. That ball's high for ball 1. Mitch Jones does have a home run on the River Bandits this year. It's the 1-2 count. That ball's low in the dirt for ball 2. In his senior year in high school, he had a .315 batting average and 73 at-bats. Had 23 hits, 18 walks, 29 RBIs. Had 2 triples. He can run, 5 home runs. In a 2-2 count here, here's a pitch. He fouls that out of play. River Bandits' 1 run they had this game was with some great 2-out hitting. See if Mitch Jones can start that. Loveday's 2-2 pitch is inside for ball 3. Believe we've grounded into 2 double plays tonight. only in the bottom of the fourth here. Let's hope none of that happens again as that ball gets in there for strike 3. Mitch Jones gets rung up on a backwards K from Loveday, and that'll be the end of the inning. We'll see here in the top of the 5th. So Edenton Steamers are going to try to inch away at that 1-0 lead from the River Bandits. Ty Garza leading off for the Edenton Steamers in the top of the 5th inning as Baranek is on the mound again for the 5th inning. This would tie his longest start of the season if he gets through the inning. As Garza looks at ball 1 and looks at another ball. 2-0 count. Bryant Baranek, only 2 hits allowed on him so far. Here's the 2-0 pitch. As that ball clips the top of the zone for strike 1. Ty Garza has 22 at-bats, 4 hits, a 182 batting average. Here's the 2-1 pitch. As that is grounded foul towards our dugout. Two-two count, work back in favor of Bryant. Here's the pitch home, just outside, full count. Still a 1-0 lead for the River Bandits, trying to maintain that here in the 5th inning. The pitch home as that's hit hard toward left center field. That's going to drop in the gap. Center fielder Boogie Saunders throwing over to second to J.B. Bell. The tag in time. What a play from Boogie Saunders. Boogie Saunders has an amazing arm.
He's got a cannon.
What a play from Boogie Saunders and a great tag from J.B. Bell. I thought that had no play, no chance at all, and Boogie Saunders defies the odds. Wow, what a play.
Keep him from doing it? Yeah. I know. They just go.
Still in awe from that throw from Boogie Saunders as he's played right field in other moments this season. In the first game of the season against the Fuquay Varina Twins, he didn't actually hose someone down. He threw it down towards home plate from right field and saved a run that would have been the tying run in that game. So that was a big play. Shows off that cannon again here. There's a 1-1 pitch as that's skied high. First base foul territory. Is there going to be room for Jack Nielsen? No, there's not. Hits the top of the roof. Always fun to see Boogie Saunders out in center field or anywhere in the outfield. Love watching when the ball gets hit his side. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Baranek as that's high for ball 2. April said earlier in the game, let's go Boogie in the chat. Well, maybe you sparked something up in him because that was an amazing play. Here's the 2-2 pitch inside for ball 3. Here's another full count. The payoff pitch is outside and low for ball 4. It's Tyler Overratis, their extra hitter, works the walk. After their extra hitter, they have their designated hitter, Tate Abbott. Tate Abbott with a 300 batting average, has 3 doubles and 8 RBIs. Big frame lefty hitter here for the Steamers, going against the right-handed Bryant Baranek. Man on first, 1 out. Pitch home is in there for strike 1, clips the outside corner of the zone. The 0-1 pitch with a man on first is upstairs for ball 1. Bryant Baranek getting some help from the defense tonight. A double play and a throwdown from center field from Boogie Saunders. Nonetheless, some great pitching from him. You need some great pitching, and then you need some great defense. Zach clips the outside corner once again for strike 2. That's the recipe for success. Great defense, great pitching. If you can get your hitting going, we know they can. As I mentioned, 23 runs in a game already this season. Only 9 games in the season. River Bandits are 6-3. Pitch home is a big swing and a miss from Tate Abbott. That'll be out number 2 as he gets a strikeout. He makes him go fishing.
The right fielder, number 12, Davis Halstead.
Did Tate Abbott break something?
That'll bring up Davis Halstead, their right fielder. 2 outs and a man on first. After Tyler Overratis worked a walk. Bryant Baranek is going to step off the mound for just a second. Set up once again. Look at the sign from Josh Wilson. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. That's outside for ball 1. Davis Halstead, right-handed hitter, trying to get the first run of the game in for the Steamers. Here's the pitch that's fouled out of play.
Thank you.
1-1 count here against Halstead. Overratis over at first with a short lead.
Ticket number for the winner? I am.
The pitch is low for ball 2.
Tickets let me pick one, but I didn't know if we were doing it that way or not.
Overratis has no stolen bases on the season. I thought they might send them, try to get a runner in scoring position with Halstead up at the plate. Don't know if they will. That ball misses just somewhere. Don't know exactly where that missed. Crowd is not happy with the ump's call there as that looked like a strike. Nonetheless, a 3-1 count for Baranek. Pitch home is upstairs for ball 4. So that'll put the runner in scoring position. Overratis at second, Halstead at first. Coach Crosby is going to go over, have a meeting with Bryant Baranek. Let's see if his night is over. Could be, as he's worked 4 2/3 innings. He's looked great, but he is in a bit of a jam here. Runners on first and second. Do have some work going on in the bullpen.
Folks, during this break in the action, go ahead and head on down to the concession stand to get you your
Looks like he still might stay in the game, which I think is a great call. I think Baranek can work out of this. Ryan Kay, their righty hitter, over at left field, with a man on first, man at second after the meeting on the mound from Coach Crosby. See if that calms Bryant down a little bit as Heck's ground out over the third base side. He's going to tag the bag. Great play from Preston Shelton, not having to make that throw over to first. Just tags the play for the force out at third. That'll be out number 3. Great job keeping Baranek in the game. Great job pitching out of that jam. We'll see here in the bottom of the 5th inning as River Bandits try to extend that lead on YouTube Live. That brings up Eston Snyder here in the bottom of the 5th inning as Zane Loveday is coming out on the mound for, wow, that was hit into the netting near the camera, out for the bottom of the 5th inning. Shook our camera just a bit. Still a very nice angle. One game just a few games ago. Camera angle kept moving around. I think that was on me. I don't think I screwed it in tight enough. Learn from my mistakes. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's outside. Amy in the chat says, umps are making interesting calls tonight. I will agree with that one. I can't say too much as that ball is scooped up on the dirt for ball 2. Angie L. Davis, way to go, Preston, cheering you on from West Tennessee. I'm glad you're here to watch the stream. Preston's playing great, a great play over at third base. That ball's high for ball 3. Could we get another leadoff walk for the River Bandits? Last time it was J.B. Bell who got caught stealing at second base from a great throw from Macon Winslow. Eston Snyder here, the 3-1 count, and works the walk. That ball is high and outside.
The shortstop, number
That brings up Brandon Phillips, our shortstop tonight, the righty hitter, as Eston Snyder has a short lead at first. That sails high. Macon Winslow is able to grab that, keep it from going to the backstop. He's going to go have a meeting with Zane Loveday. So just a short meeting, trying to calm him down, get his control back in place. Brandon Phillips, our shortstop from Spartanburg Methodist University. Had 14 games played at a 158 batting average and 38 at-bats. 4 runs, 6 hits, 5 walks, 6 RBIs, and 2 doubles. As the 1-0 pitch is in there, clips the inside corner, strike 1. Brandon Phillips in Tarboro has a 250 batting average, so he has upped that just about 100 ticks. Playing great here in Tarboro. So 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2. Great stop from Macon Winslow. Keeps Eston Snyder over there at first base. Out of scoring position with no outs. Trying to extend that 1-0 lead. Just not enough against the Steamers. Each team's bats can get hot at any moment. You don't want to only have a 1-0 lead. As Eston Snyder is going to try to steal second. He gets in there safely. Wow, I thought he was going to get caught. The pitcher Loveday noticed he was stealing, threw it over to Gabe Kirk at first. The throw to shortstop in the second base bag is just not caught. On the tag, he could not catch it, maintain the ball. Eston Snyder gets into second safely. Puts a runner in scoring position with no outs. Brandon Phillips in a 2-1 count. Snyder's inching his way towards third. Looked like he wanted to go as that ball sails in there for strike 2, a little breaking ball. Thank you, Steven, for the nice comment. It is still trying to get new to this. I'm glad you're liking the commentating, and glad you appreciate the stream. 105 watching now. Loveday is going to look over to second. Not in time. Doesn't even make the throw as the second baseman Luke Myers trying to inch over there and catch Eston Snyder sleeping. Brandon Phillip in a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch as he swings and misses for out number 1.
The catcher, number 23, Josh Wilson.
That brings up our catcher, Josh Wilson, tonight. Josh Wilson batting 9th in our batting order with Eston Snyder on second base. He's inching his way towards third. Ball's outside for ball 1. Excuse me, upstairs, not outside. Eston Snyder at second with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Runner in scoring position. He keeps dancing around that second base bag. Loveday's pitch is inside for ball 2. Josh Wilson in Tarboro has a .250 batting average and 19 plate appearances. Hasn't played every game. We do have 3 or 4 catchers on the squad. .368 on base percentage. 4 hits, 3 of them singles, 1 double. Pitch home is in there. Strike 1. Looked just a bit inside. Josh Wilson asked the umpire where that was. He told him, and now he knows. He might swing at that next time. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Eston Snyder is going to throw it over, and that ball is going to get over the second baseman's head. Snyder's going to get into third safely. Loveday kept noticing Snyder dancing around the bag, throws it, just slips out of his hand high, and Luke Myers can't connect on making that catch. Brings the runner, Eston Snyder, over to third. So a sac fly or a deep ground ball could do it as Eston Snyder flies around those bases. See if Josh Wilson can get the job done, get the 2-0 lead. As that's what he's gonna do as he hits that into center field. It is caught. The throw into home, and he's gonna slide in safely. Eston Snyder gets in safe for the second run of the ball game for the River Bandits as Josh Wilson gets the sac fly to center field. Drifton Padgett's throw just off line, and Macon Winslow can't make the play at home.
The center fielder, number 2, Boogie.
That brings up Boogie Saunders, who had a great play from center field as he rips that down the third base line, and that's going to go just foul. Boogie Saunders, as I was saying, had a great play at center field. Hit the wall. He threw the man down at second. Just a cannon of a throw from Boogie. Is Quincy throwing today? I do not have that knowledge. We'll see later in the game. Baranek has been pitching great as that ball's inside. 1-1 count. Nicholas Gaylord Fortnite, that's one of my friends. He's being funny. So, a 1-1 count for Boogie Saunders. He hits that into their dugout off the netting. Strike 2. The River Bandits do get that 2-0 lead. Great sac fly from Josh Wilson over to center field. The 1-2 pitch is low for ball 2. What's up? Boogie Saunders in a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Zane Loveday's 2-2 pitch is inside for ball 3. Works the full count. You also said get Quincy back on the mic. I don't know. We're trying to get every player we can on the microphones. I don't know if we're having any interviews today. I wasn't told. Here's the payoff pitch. Is outside for ball 4. Boogie Saunders works the walk at the bottom of the order as J.B. Bell, our leadoff hitter, is going to be back up at the plate.
The second baseman, number 3.
So going to have a meeting on the mound as it looks like it could be the end of his night. Loveday's night is over. Pitch 4 2/3. Only 2 runs allowed, a man on first, and that'll be Boogie Saunders. We'll let you know who the pitcher is for the Edenton Steamers here back in a moment on YouTube Live. We are back as there is a man on first and 2 outs, 1 ball as we have a new pitcher on the mound. Chris Morris, 6'3" pitcher from Edenton, goes to Pitt Community College. The 1-0 pitch is outside for ball 2.
Pitching green to number 21, Chris Morris.
J.B. Bell looks at strike one. That ball clips the outside corner. Boogie Saunders is at first base. Runner goes as that ball's low for ball three in the slide. He's going to get there in time. 3-1 count now for J.B. Bell. Boogie Saunders got the steal over at second base. The pitch home as he's going to foul that back above the stadium for strike number 2. Excuse me, let me get that pitching change out of there. Forgot that was still there. So the payoff pitch with Boogie Saunders on second base and 2 outs, and that ball is going to hit the dirt. He's going to run into third, and he's going to get there safely after a ball 4 walk.
The third baseman, number 18, Preston.
Thank you, Stephen, for the nice comments. Enjoying my commentating as we now have runners on the corners with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Preston Shelton at the plate. He looks at strike one. Runner's going to go. He's going to stop running. He's going to try to get the man at home, and he's going to slide in there. Not in time. He gets the tag. Macon Winslow gets Boogie Saunders out at home as that's out number 3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll see you back here in just a moment in the top of the 6th inning. The River Bandits do score 1 and extend their lead to 2-0. Here in the top of the 6th inning, we have a new pitcher, Adam Quincy, on the mound for the River Bandits. As that ball is swung on and fouled. Strike one. Adam Quincy has been a great pitcher so far. To have Alden Cottle, the third baseman, bottom of the order, up to bat in an 0-1 count. It's the pitch home as that is in there for strike two. They were looking at if the catcher, Macon Winslow, was in front of the home plate when Boogie Saunders was trying to steal home. Here's the 0-2 pitch as that swung on towards the shortstop side. Brandon Phillips can't make the play, bobbles it. That'll be an error.
The second baseman, number 3.
Brings up the top of their batting order, Luke Myers, their second baseman. Luke Myers, in 26 at-bats, had 8 hits, 7 walks, and a .308 batting average, .429 on-base percentage. Now has a man on first base, down 0-2 this game. As that gets in there for strike one. Love to see a double play coming, Tanner. That would be great for Adam Quincy to start out his game. Adam Quincy throws it over to first base. That gets away from the first baseman, Jack Nielsen. The runner's going to go all the way to third, and they're going to have a man on third easily. So Adam Quincy throws it low over to the first baseman, Jack Nielsen. So 2 errors get him over to third base. And that's the bottom of their lineup, Alden Cottle. 0-1 count for Luke Myers here. Still no outs. 2-0 ball game for the River Bandits as that is hit high over to the second base side. Now first baseman Jack Nielsen is under it for out number 1, and that keeps the runner on the third base over there. No sac fly in play.
The center fielder, number 16, Drifting Paget.
Jack Nielsen makes the easy play. Daniel Ando, my favorite team is the Red Sox, and they are not good. Thank you very much. The pitch is in there for strike one. So a strikeout or another pop-out would be big for Adam Quincy to keep that sac fly out of play. Sorry, Kyle. Whatever. Oh, and that ball is fouled back into the netting. Thank you for the support waves. Have to go, but thanks for coming into the stream. Sorry I couldn't get to your questions. I do have some pets myself. I know you guys are really asking me questions around me. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that ball is just fouled off.
You got him 0-2, waste the pitch. Come on. Waste the pitch. Make him chase.
Get you Adam Quincy's stats here in a second. He's in an 0-2 pitch right here. Here's the pitch, and that's grounded out over the third base side in there. Gets the out at third, and the double play over at first base. A great tag from Preston Shelton over to Jack Nielsen for the 5-3 double play.
That's something you don't see every day. That's about as heads up as you get.
our third baseman, Preston Shelton, leading off in the bottom of the 6th inning after he just made an amazing play over the third base side, tagging the runner as it was hit down the third base line and throwing over to Jack Nielsen at first for the double play. He's down 0-1 in the count. Pitch home as he grounds that over to shortstop side. Ty Garza cannot make the play. No throw over to first. River Bandits are not in the same division as the Wilmington Sharks, or the same league, so they will not be playing them, Tanner. As that brings up our Monty Newton. Monty Newton looks at ball 1 above the letters. Man on first base, Preston Shelton, after Ty Garza couldn't make the play at shortstop. Armani Newton for Tarboro hitting a wild .529 batting average and .619 on base percentage. Does have a double and a home run and 5 RBIs. He looks at the pitch in the dirt. Runner's going to run over to second and get in there safely with no slide. So a 2-0 count here for Armani Newton early. It's Preston Shelton now in scoring position. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 2-0 pitch is hit down the middle in the center field, and that's going to bring a runner to third. Runners are now going to be on the corners as Armani Newton hits a base knock over to Drifton Paget.
What's the bad boy's name?
'That brings up our first baseman, Jack Nielsen, who reached on an error his last at bat. Now has runners on the corners with no outs in the bottom of the 6th. Chance for the River Bandits to extend their lead as that ball skies high above Nielsen's head for ball 1. Nielsen, another great hitter for the River Bandits in 31 plate appearances, a .435 batting average, and a .581 on base percentage. Has 10 hits, 10 of them all singles. 8 walks and 4 strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch is low. Runner's going to go to second. He's going to get in there with no throw. Armani Newton slides in safely. Both runners in scoring position.
Play some techno music.
2-0 count for Jack Nielsen, our first baseman. Has a chance to bring home 2 more runners, extend that River Bandit lead to 4-0. Infield's coming in. The pitch home. It's grounded out towards the second base side. He's not going to make the play. That's going to bring home 1 run. Armani Newton's rounding. He's going to come in safely with no throw. River Bandits are up 4-0.
The left fielder.
So a 2 RBI single from Jack Nielsen, our first baseman, as he has been scorching hot for the River Bandits. Another big hit, bring that lead 4-0. Brent Riddle, our left fielder, our righty batter, is in at the plate, looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. Still no outs, man at first. Brent Riddle looks at that above the letters for ball 1. Jack Nielsen, not a speedy guy. I don't know if they'll send him. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. A new addition to the Edenton Steamers lineup, Chris Morris, their right-handed pitcher. He is from Edenton, goes to Pitt Community College. 2-1 pitch from him is outside, just on the outside corner. Ball 3. Brent Riddle working a nice at bat here with no outs. For a couple big hits, a big error. Ty Garza couldn't make the play over at shortstop. The pitch home that's going to be a ball 4 for a walk for Brent Riddle, and now there's going to be another runner in scoring position.
DH, number 4.
Mitch Jones, our DH tonight. Excuse me, EH, our extra hitter, with runners on first and second. Mitch Jones from Virginia Tech University. He puts the bunt out. It's called for strike 1 as he brings it back. Mitch Jones in Tarboro is .273 batting average and a .500 on-base percentage. Only 3 hits on the season. That ball's inside for ball 1.
Did you say you only had 3 hits on the season?
1 hit, a double, and 1 hit, a home run. He does have 4 RBIs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Only 16 plate appearances. He hits it hard over the third base side. Third baseman can't make the play, and runners are going to be on all the bags. Bases loaded as the third baseman, Eldon Cottle, can't make the play.
Number 16.
River Bandits have a chance. Open this game up. They've already opened up 2 more runs. Up 4-0. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Essen Snyder hits that up to the shortstop, Ty Garza. Not deep enough to bring a run in, and that'll be out number 1 on 1 pitch against Essen Snyder.
The shortstop, number 14, Brandon Phillips.
Brings up our shortstop, Brandon Phillips. Bases are still loaded with 1 out. Righty-lefty matchup as that ball is outside for ball 1. Brandon Phillips, our shortstop tonight. It's a part of one of our 2 double plays on the night. None bigger than the last one. He wasn't a part of that one, but that last one kept the momentum on the River Bandit side as he looks at the 1-0 pitch upstairs for ball 2. Nowhere to go for the runner. Pitcher Chris Morris can't walk Phillips, bringing home another run for the River Bandits in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-0 pitch is just in there for strike 1. Brandon Phillips from Spartanburg Methodist University. 14 games played there with a 154 batting average, 158, excuse me. Pitch home 2-1 is what just happened there as he had a buck, and that'll bring a runner home. Jack Nielsen's going to get home on the balk as he did throw a strike there, but that'll bring another run home. River Bandits now up 5-0. Chris Morris is not happy with it, and neither is the Edenton Steamers manager.
Go ahead, head on down to the concession stand.
Umpires are talking it over. Home plate and the first base umpire. Third base umpire running over there to join the conversation. Still a 2-1 count as that pitch did not count. See what the conclusion is here. Umpire talking to Coach Crosby, and it looks like might be bringing him back. Yep, they're going to bring him back. So we'll erase the run from Jack Nielsen in the buck. He'll stay at third base. Runners are now going to be on all 3 bases. Wonder if they call that a strike there, as that was in the strike zone. Umpire walked away too early to even know if it was. Believe it's still 2-1. Runners, bases loaded. Jack Nielsen at third. So Morris's 2-1 pitch. He skies that high.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
over to the second base side. Luke Myers is going to be under it to make the play, and the bases are going to stay loaded. 2 pop-ups are big for Chris Morris. Riverbend is trying to make the lead big enough to be comfortable. Failing at doing that with the bases loaded and no outs. So 2 quick outs. Josh Wilson, who had an RBI earlier in the game, trying to get another one, maybe another 2. 2 outs now as that ball's in there for strike 1. Riverbend is having trouble with the bases loaded. Chris Morris was struggling on the mound, and he found something. 2 quick pop-ups as that ball's upstairs for ball 1. Love for the River Bandits to get at least 2 more runs, make it a 6-0 lead as the Steamers can get hot at any point. Pitch home. He hits that sky high down the first base side in foul territory. Gabe Kirk is under it to make out number 3. 3 pop-ups, 2 in play, 1 in foul territory with the bases loaded. Keep the score 4-0 for the River Bandits. They still extend the lead from 2-0 to 4-0 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. We'll see you back here in just a moment on YouTube Live. Macon Winslow, their catcher, leading off for the Edenton Steamers as Adam Quincy is taking the mound once again, as he did in the 6th inning. So that ball's hit high in foul territory, out of play. Adam Quincy has had 2 appearances so far this season on June 3rd and June 9th. Pitched a total of 5 1/3 innings. It does have a save in one of those. 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Has a 1.68 ERA, so he has been pitching great for the River Bandits. Is up here, I believe, in a 0-2 count. Pitch home is in there for strike 3. He catches him looking.
Strikeout brought to you by First Bank of Greenville.
So that brings up their first baseman, Gabe Kirk, their cleanup hitter with no one on the bases, a lefty-lefty matchup as that breaking ball gets in there for strike 1. Adam Quincy continuing his amazing outings for the River Bandits. It's another breaking ball gets in there for strike 2. Gabe Kirk was caught looking earlier. See if Quincy can do it. Was from Bernick the first time. Let's see if he can do it again as that ball is inside for ball 1. Gabe Kirk, a big framed first baseman. Hurt his hand earlier in the game. Seems to be fine still at the plate. He pops that up over to Brandon Phillips. Now it's in no man's land, but Brent Riddle runs it down, gets under it just in time for out number 2. Looked like Brandon Phillips was going to be able to get it. Good thing Brent Riddle ran over. Had a lot of ground to cover, just gets under it before it drops. 2 quick outs for Quincy. So that ball is upstairs for ball 1. It's Ty Garza, their shortstop. He's made at least 1 error this game. I believe it's 2 errors. Their second baseman, Luke Myers, also has an error. As that pitch clips the inside corner for strike 1. So a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Quick work from Quincy in the top of the 7th inning. That ball's upstairs for ball 2. Batter Ty Garza has 22 at-bats, has 4 hits on the season, and 182 batting average. He's down, he's up in the count 2-1 as that breaking ball clips. Ooh. Does not clip the zone. That'll be a 3-1 count. Looked like it got in there. So Quincy down 3-1. River Bandits, great crowd tonight against the Edenton Steamers, their rival, as that's fouled back into the netting. Moves the camera just a little bit, still a good angle.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make
So a full count here against Ty Garza. Adam Quincy pinching. The payoff pitch is inside for ball 4. Ty Garza works the walk. Bring up Tyler Overratis, their extra hitter.
Gotcha.
Steamers need to get something going against Quincy. They're down 4-0 here in the top of the 7th.
The DH number 9, Tyler Overratis.
Lefty-lefty matchup against Tyler Overratis. The first pitch misses low for ball 1. Ty Garza worked the walk at first base, their shortstop. Inching over to second base. Need to get runners in scoring position, try to get back in this game as that's hit off the end of his bat in no man's land towards left field. Brent Riddle's not going to be able to make a diving play. He scoops it up, keeps the man at second. Now runners on first and second. One swing of the bat can make it a 4-3 ball game. As they have Tate Abbott, their designated hitter tonight. He does have 8 RBIs on the season, 3 doubles, so he is a man that could bring some runs home for the Steamers. Is facing a great pitcher in Adam Quincy. See what he can do with 2 outs. The ball's outside for ball 1. Ty Garza in scoring position at second base. Tyler Overratis over at first. Tate Abbott, their designated hitter, big lefty at the plate, trying to bring some runs home for the Steamers. 2 outs, 1-0 pitch. That breaking ball gets in there for strike 1. Quincy gets a favorable call here finally. Seems like he's hit that spot a few times. Hasn't been getting the call. Edenton does have 4 hits to the River Bandits 6. River Bandits still lead 4-0 as Steamers have 3 errors. That's cost them. That's fouled back into the netting.
Right at him, Q!
Quincy up in the count 1-2. Can he get out of this jam? Adam Quincy looks at the sign from Josh Wilson. Looks over at second at Ty Garza. The 1-2 pitch just fouled off. Spoils the 1-2. Doesn't look like we're having any interviews tonight unless someone comes up here in the bottom of the 7th. We usually have them in the bottom of the 3rd and bottom of the 7th. We did have an interview earlier in the game, but not from a player.
All hands on deck down there?
Adam Quincy looks at the sign again. 2 runners on. Ty Garza at second. The 1-2 pitch from Quincy. Big swing and a miss. He gets him swinging. Tate Abbott goes down for out number 3 as Adam Quincy works out of the jam in the top of the 7th inning. We'll see you here on YouTube Live in the bottom of the 7th as the River Bandits will extend or try to extend that 4-0 lead. Boogie Saunders leading off for the River Bandits in the bottom of the 7th inning. He ropes that down the third base line to the left of the third base umpire and foul. Boogie Saunders hitting the ball hard tonight. Also throwing it hard as he always does in the outfield. Down on the count 0-1 against pitcher Chris Morris. So that breaking ball gets in there for strike 2. Freezes Boogie Saunders over at the plate. So the 0-2 pitch in the bottom of the 7th fouls it off, out of play. Boogie Saunders leading off the bottom of the 7th inning. After him, we'll have J.V. Bell, the top of our batting order. First base umpire can't hold his swing, and Boogie Saunders goes down swinging.
The second baseman, up.
J.B. Bell here at the plate, lefty hitter, looks at ball 1. J.B. Bell trying to get something going in the top of our batting order as he looks at a ball low. Favorable count for J.B. Bell. Let's see if he gets the green light on 2-0. That misses. Wow, that looked like it was straight down the middle. So both sides are not getting the best calls. This time in the River Bandits' favor. J.B. Bell up in the count 3-0. He swings, crowns it out. Second base side, Luke Myers. The throw over to first to Gabe Kirk in time for out number 2. was in a favorable 3-0 count, goes down swinging, grounded out to second base. That'll bring up our third baseman, Preston Shelton. Told you earlier he made a great play over at third base, defensive play. He swings that over to the third base side. The third baseman, Eldon Cottle, throw over to first to Gabe Kirk. Gets him in time for out number 3. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Morris. Edenton Steamers look great out there on the mound. We'll head to the top of the 8th inning to see if the Steamers can chip away at that 4-0 River Bandit lead. Adam Quincy coming out on the mound for the 3rd consecutive inning for the River Bandits in the top of the 8th inning. As they lead 4-0. It's his first pitch outside and high for ball 1. Batter Davis Halstead, their right fielder tonight. Davis Halstead has 7 games played so far this season, as that ball is inside for ball 2. 2 quick balls for Quincy. Halstead with 14 at-bats, 1 hit, 5 walks, a .071 batting average. He looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. Does have a .316 on-base percentage, so he does get on base. Hasn't been a big hitter. Only has 1 RBI. The Steamers, 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball is outside for ball 3. 3-1 count. Halstead trying to start a rally in the top of the 8th for the Steamers. So they need to get something going, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to work a walk.
The left fielder, number 22, Ryan Kay.
Brings up their left fielder, Ryan Kay. Man on first and no outs for Adam Quincy. They're keeping him out on the mound here in the 8th inning. As per usual, he has been amazing. See if he can get out of a jam. That pitch is low and inside for ball 1. They do have a small cushion. It's better than the 2-0 lead they had at a certain point. Brought it up to 4-0, but still not enough as he's going to throw over to first to Jack Nielsen. The throw over to third, not in time. Excuse me, second. Looked like they had the runner dead to rights. Brandon Phillips could not make the play. Excuse me, it's Halstead. So Halstead just stole the base. Pitch home is high. So 2-0. Now a runner in scoring position as Josh Wilson's going to go talk to Adam Quincy, have a little conversation, try to calm him down. So the control has been a little off this inning. Halstead at second with the steal. Thought they had him there. As Brandon Phillips just couldn't make the connection. Josh Wilson running back, getting his position behind the plate. So Adam Quincy's going to try his work his way back into this count. He's down 2-0. Looks at the sign. Looks over at second at Halstead. The pitch home. Big swing and a miss. That'll be strike one against Ryan Kay. Adam Quincy working a bit slower. Halstead's going to go for third as that fouls off, so he's going to have to go back to second. Would have got in there safely.
Yeah, I think so.
Now a 2-2 count. Quincy works it back.
That's rain. Yep.
Seems to be raining a little bit. Seems to be raining a little bit here as that's going to be ball 3.
Go Yanks!
So a 3-2 count. Ryan Kay at the plate. Payoff pitch from Adam Quincy. This could be a big out. Pitch home. Hit over to the third base side. Shortstop Brandon Phillips is going to get it, and there's going to be no play. Runner's going to be safe at first.
Dude, he's got to be one of the most unlucky pitchers that we have.
Quincy?
Brings up the bottom of their batting lineup, Alden Cottle, their third baseman, with runners on first and second.
And then he gets a broken bat single.
Hey, still got a double play right here. Still got the double play.
Looks over, takes off the mound. Keep those runners at first and second, no pitch. Rain is starting to come down a bit harder here. Adam Quincy's pitch, as there's a sword swing as the rain is coming down hard now. The pitch home is going to be inside. 1-1 count. Runners on first and second, no out. That ball's also inside, 2-1. Excuse me, Alden. So Alden Cottle and Davis Halstead on the bases as, excuse me, Alden Cottle's at plate as he fouls that off. 2-2 count. Ryan Kay at first base. Davis Halstead at second.
Right at him, Q!
So I may have to go get this camera if it continues raining. That's what I've been worried about here in this half inning. So Adam Quincy's 2-2 pitch, as that's going to be spoiled, fouled off into the dirt. Still raining pretty hard. Still 2-2 count with no outs. Runners on first and second. A chance for the Steamers to get back in this game as the bottom of their lineup, Alden Cottle, looks at a strike three, freezes him with a breaking ball. A great pitch from Adam Quincy to get out number one.
The second baseman, number 3, Luke Myers.
Bring up the top of their batting lineup, Luke Myers, their second baseman, after a great breaking ball that freezes Alden Cottle. Adam Quincy's first pitch of the at-bat is in there for strike one. He's going to try to strand runners on first and second. Keeps this a 4-0 game.
Playing again. Yeah.
He's graduated.
Playing
No,
again.
he's a year older than me.
Playing again.
Quincy looks over at second.
He's older
Pitch
than
home.
the player coach.
Fouled off.
Right now, like Babe Ruth and me.
Adam Quincy up in the count early, 0-2.
I hope Zach knows what he's I hope Zach knows what he's
He's
getting
made all
into.
kinds of outfit. He's made all kinds of outfit. He's always throwing first.
Yeah, I watched him pitch.
Just like 84.
So an 0-2 count for Quincy. Runners on first and second. Now there's one out. Trying to get the second with a strikeout here. And it's hit over to right center field. And he's going to get there in time. Great play from Eston Snyder to track down that ball in the rain. Some great defensive plays from the outfield tonight. All three of them have made some great defensive plays.
He's hitting 8.
The center fielder, number 16, Griffin Padgett.
Brings up their center fielder, Drifton Padgett, number 2 in their batting order. Hit a home run last time in Tarboro Municipal Stadium. He'd love another home run to make it a 4-3 ball game. See if going to be in there, or outside, excuse me, for ball one. So rain is discombobulating me. As there's one ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Big swing and a miss for strike one. Drifton Padgett wants to make a big hit. He goes for the Lansdowne. Completely misses it above the barrel. The 1-1 pitch is inside, has to back away from it. 2-1 count. Rain is dying down just a bit. We'll see if I need to grab the camera during this half inning. 2-1 pitch, just fouled off the end of his bat, makes it a 2-2 count. Quincy can get out of this inning with a strikeout here. Quincy in a big spot in this game. Same for Drifton Padgett. They're both trying to do what they can best for their respective squads. Adam Quincy looks over at second. The 2-2 pitch is down and inside, for ball 3.
Come on, Q!
So a big-time pitch to get the out here with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Doesn't want to bring the tying bat. Doesn't want to let him hit. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's outside. That'll bring the tying run up at the plate. And that'll be Macon Winslow, their catcher. Macon Winslow does have 3 doubles on the season. So he's very capable of bringing this game within reach of the Steamers. For the Steamers. Having a meeting on the mound with Adam Quincy. Coach Crosby's out there. His pitch count has gotten a little high. That brings up their catcher, Macon Winslow, with the bases loaded. Adam Quincy trying to get out of this jam. He's the tying run as he gets in there for strike one.
Your mommy said no more soft drinks. But I got out and said, no, it's a drink, it's a beer, and a 4 o'clock. And I said, you told me, I said, Pepsi. I said, no, I
Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a big swing and a miss. Makes it 0-2. Macon Winslow reaching for that ball. 0-2 count. Adam Quincy on the mound, bases loaded, 2 outs. He's trying to get the strikeout. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled off.
Dude, that's ice cold.
Massive at-bat from Macon Winslow. Massive last couple pitches for Adam Quincy as they just had a mound meeting with him, trying to get out of this jam. The 0-2 pitch, and there's a big swing and a miss for strike 3. He leaves the bases loaded. Gets out of the jam, and the River Bandits maintain their 4-0 lead going into the bottom of the 8th. Great pitching from Adam Quincy to get out of it, and we'll see you here on the bottom of the 8th on YouTube Live. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning in Tarboro Municipal Stadium, Armani Newton is leading off for the River Bandits as the River Bandits are going to go 3-4-5. Chris Morris still on the mound as he pitched a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. Armani Newton looks at ball 1 on the first pitch. Another pitch is fouled back into the netting. Just went and checked the camera to make sure there was no water on it. Looks like the rain was falling at a certain angle that camera didn't get any on it. And now the rain looks like it stopped. So 1-1 count for Armani Newton as that's way outside for ball 2. Seems as though we don't have to switch the angle. That would be a lot of work to go get it and bring it up as there's not much time between those half innings. I don't want to be out on the field much as that 2-1 pitch is low. Armani Newton up in the count 3-1. Edith Bell just checking in from Buford, Georgia. Great to see you. I'm glad you got to see some great Adam Quincy pitching. As that's fouled back, makes it a full count. River Bandits trying to extend that 4-0 lead as the Steamers have 3 outs remaining in the top of the 9th to try to tie that ball game or take the lead. Had a chance this past inning with the bases loaded. Adam Quincy gets out of it, as he always does. Here's a 3-2 pitch, fouled off. We'll do it again. Not the Vega. Not the Vega. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's low for ball 4. Armani Newton works the walk. Just makes his on-base percentage that much better as he seems to get on the bases almost every time he's up. Brings up Jack Nielsen, who has made some big plays, made a big scoop earlier in the game. 2 RBI single as the Armani Newton's going to go after. It'll be 1 ball, no strikes. Jack Nielsen also reached on an error earlier in the game. He has been on twice. Trying to get on once again. Armani Newton now in scoring position, extending that lead. He looks at a ball, ball 2. Breaking ball just missed low. Pretty fast-paced game, 9:30 already in the bottom of the 8th. 2-0 pitch is low once again. Just the start of the innings, Chris Morris doesn't have as much control as he'd like, and then later on in the innings, he works out of it. And pitching great under the circumstances. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that's high all the way to the backstop. Armani Newton's going to run into third with no slide, and there's going to be a walk for Jack Nielsen. 4-pitch walk, now runners on the corners.
The left fielder, number 5, Brent.
Brings up Brent Riddle. But we're going to have a meeting on the mound as it looks like Chris Morris's night is done. We'll let you know who comes on the mound in the bottom of the 8th in just a moment. We are back as Brent Riddle at the plate with runners safely with the catcher's indifference, no slide. So now 2 runners in scoring position as the new pitcher, Will Stewart, for the Edenton Steamers. 2 games played, 1 game started, 5 innings pitched, 1 loss, and a 10.80 ERA. Has 6 earned runs, 7 walks, 3 hits, and 5 strikeouts. We're going to hope the camera can last to the end of the game, as it is on 7%. So it has been a run down this game. See how long this inning takes and see if the River Bandits can win it in the top of the 9th. It might work out just perfect. Here's the pitch home as that's fouled out of play. So I'm really praying the stream does not just crash, but if it does, the camera died. I'll try to get it back up as soon as possible. If that happens, there's ball 2. So a 2-1 count. Pitch home is upstairs for ball 3. Brent Riddle trying to ball 4. It's going to bring up Mitch Jones. Brent Riddle works the walk, and bases are now loaded for the River Bandits. Mitch Jones at the plate with the bases loaded, no outs. River Bandits have been in this situation earlier this game and popped up 3 straight times. This time they ground out to the shortstop side. They're going to make the play at gets Jack Nielsen out at third base.
The right fielder, number 16, Edenton Snyder.
Brings up Edenton Snyder, our right fielder tonight. Number 7 in our batting order, first and second on as he looks at ball 1. 1 out after the RBI ground out. That ball's upstairs for ball 2. River Bandits now have a 5-0 lead, only 1 out. Mitch Jones at first, Brent Riddle at second. Both speedy guys on the bags. 3 errors for the Steamers, only 2 for the River Bandits. Errors have been costly for the Steamers, the 2-0 count. That pitch is outside for ball 3. Edenton Snyder trying to work a walk, bring Brandon Phillips, our shortstop, up at the plate. Will Stewart struggling with his command on the mound. The 3-0 pitch to Snyder. He looks at strike 1. So a 3-1 pitch to Snyder. Brent Riddle dancing around the bags. He's going to get strike 2. I thought he was going to get the walk there on the pitch. Looked like it was a bit outside. Catches that outside corner. So a payoff pitch. He's going to throw over to second. Going to catch Brent Riddle in a pickle. Going to make the tag at third, and he's going to get in there safe. Gets out of the pickle. Thought they had him out there. And that gets Mitch Jones over to second. Great base running for Mitch Jones to realize they were worried about Brent Riddle. And Edenton Snyder still in a 3-2 count, so first base now open if he works the walk. 2 runners in scoring position. Brent Riddle at third, Mitch Jones at second, and that'll be ball 4. Bases loaded once again, bringing up Brandon Phillips, our shortstop. The camera is on 4%. I'm going to try this next half inning, run down there, bring it up here for the top half of the ninth.
14, Brandon Phillips.
We're working along bottom of the 8th, so I'm hoping it doesn't die before then because I can't go out in the middle of the field while they're batting. Brandon Phillips, a lefty batter with the bases loaded, righty-lefty matchup against Will Stewart. Will Stewart's pitch home. It's fouled off down the third base side. So a 0-1 count against Phillips. Here's the pitch home and another ball fouled back above the stadium.
Scared the crap out of that guy, though.
Here's the 0-2 pitch from Will Stewart with the bases loaded against Brandon Phillips. 1 out. That's going to be high. Sail high out of his hand for ball 1. Good catch from Macon Winslow. Make sure that doesn't get to the backstop. Now we'll do the 1-2 from Stewart. So that ball's high for ball 2. Now the 2-2 with the bases loaded. That sails high again. Brandon Phillips works it full after going down 0-2.
Let's hear you, Bandit fans.
The payoff pitch fouled off. We'll do it again.
Get him pumped, Willis. Come on, Smokey.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Payoff pitch, nowhere for Brandon Phillips to go. Will he work the walk? That's what he does. He gets another run home with an RBI walk. Brings home Brent Riddle and makes the score 6-5 6-0 River Bandits.
We got a pinch hitter, number 17. Who is it?
Pitch hitting for number 23, Josh Wilson, will be Colin Hughes, backup catcher tonight.
Colin Dukes.
Pinch hitting number 17, Colin Hughes.
Getting that righty-lefty matchup with the pinch hit as the manager is going to go out there, talk to the pitcher.
Get on up by James Brown.
Don't know if we're having a pitching change. Can't tell if they're, it looks like they are having some work in the bullpen. Will Stewart getting a talk from the manager. Camera is now at 3% as this inning has been going on forever.
No, play, all right, play.
So Will Stewart will stay on the mound for the Steamers. The bases loaded as his first pitch against Colin Hughes sails high. First and third playing in. Pitch home is upstairs for ball 2. Will Stewart can't seem to find the strike zone right now. Mitch Jones at third base. That ball is grounded out towards the pitcher. No one's covering first. It's going to be a rundown, and he tags him. Run's going to come home, and he's going to slide in safe. That brings home 2 runs. Mitch Jones gets in. And then Eston Snyder.
The center fielder, number 2, Boogie Saunders.
That brings up Boogie Saunders, bottom of our lineup, with a man in scoring position on second. Great heads-up base running from Eston Snyder to come in. So there was no one covering first base, and they had to run down and tag him. Tagged Colin Hughes in time, but not before Mitch Jones scored off the ground out, and then Eston Snyder came in, score another, makes it 8-0 River Bandits. 1-1 count against Boogie Saunders. As he looks at a ball, 2-1. So the camera will be moving after this half inning. So beware of that. I'm going to go down and grab it, bring it up here to charge it. Will be a different view. Here's a 2-1 pitch, fouled back into the netting for strike 2. Will be a slightly different view. You'll get more of the field, but you'll also have the netting. Won't be as in-depth. Still, it'll be the top of the 9th as the River Bandits are up 8-0. We're hoping nothing too big happens in that as that pitch comes in high. Makes it a full count. So here's the payoff pitch from Stewart. Boogie hits it into right field. Davis Halstead is going to be under that. That'll be the end of the 8th inning. 8-0 River Bandits. They tag on 4 more. So I'll be right back going to grab the camera. I'll see you in just a moment for the top of the 9th inning. Sorry about that. If you didn't hear Ava, had to go grab the camera, was going to die, had to bring it up here to start charging it. A little out of breath as I had to run around the stadium. Adam Quincy's out on the mound for the 4th consecutive inning. He's facing Gabe Kirk, their cleanup hitter. 1-1 count. He has to duck under that one. So 8-0 River Bandits. River Bandits trying to maintain this lead. Adam Quincy trying to get the save. Baranek would get the win. Now a 3-1 count in Kirk's favor. So a 3-1 count in Gabe Kirk's favor. Ty Garza, their shortstop, on deck. Catcher Colin Hughes is going to go talk to Adam Quincy. Colin Hughes pinch hit for Josh Wilson earlier in the game. Now he's in a catcher.
Play that when the game's
3-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss from Gabe Kirk. Makes it full. So a full count. Quincy trying to grab this save. See if he can work it. 1-2-3. Payoff pitch. Upstairs for ball 4. Gabe Kirk works a leadoff walk. So that was pretty much needed for the Steamers if they want to make any sort of comeback, as they're down 8-0. River Bandits only have one more hit than them. But they have worked many more walks, and the Steamers have 3 errors. So a lot working in the River Bandits' favor tonight. Ty Garza, their shortstop. Up at the plate, lefty-righty matchup. Quincy the lefty as that ball gets in there for strike 1. Doesn't look like much work. There's one pitcher in the pen just in case anything happens with Quincy as that pitch is popped up out of play. 0-2. Quincy gets in a big jam. His pitch count has been up a little bit this game. He has pitched for, this is the 4th consecutive inning in relief of Baranek. The only 2 pitchers tonight, so a great pitching sequence as that's a ground ball over to Phillips, over to second for 1 to J.B. Bell. No throw over to Jack Nielsen for 2. They do get the force out at second.
Number 9, Tyler Overitis.
sounds like a
So Brandon Phillips over to J.B. Bell. No throw from J.B. Doesn't want to make an error and allow that runner to go to second or third. So Ty Garza will stay at first. There's a big swing and a miss for strike 1. Tyler Overitis swinging for the downs. Oh, 1 count, 1 out. Adam Quincy's pitch is just upstairs for ball 1. Stadium is quiet for Quincy. There's a sword swing for strike number 2. Tyler Overitis can't get his barrel on it. Tried to hold up, couldn't. 1 man on, 1-2 count, 1 out in the top of the 9th. Adam Quincy trying to get the save. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and that is in there for strike 3. Backwards K. He goes down looking, and he's chirping at the umpire. He doesn't like that call, but Tyler Overitis goes down looking for out number 2. Adam Quincy doing what he does best. Still Garza at first as that ball swung back into the netting.
He was feeling it.
Number 20, Tate Abbott.
One out away is Adam Quincy and the River Bandits from shutting out the Steamers after the Steamers scored 14 in their last outing against the River Bandits. River Bandits did end up winning that game 23-14. This game was a much different type of game. Great pitching from the River Bandits. Only 2 pitchers out there. As long as Adam Quincy finishes his game, is their 0-2 pitch. Grounded out, first base side, Jack Nielsen bounces it down. Keeps a runner from going to third in Garza, but runner's now going to be on first and second. So that was a hard-hit ground ball that Jack Nielsen just couldn't fully get it in the glove. Would have been a tough play at first either way.
Come on. Let's go.
It seemed like this game was going to end very early. These last 2 innings have lasted a long time, so that's why that camera ended up having to come up and be charged. Davis Halstead, their right fielder, with a man on first and second. 2 outs. Here's the first pitch and a big swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 pitches away for a strikeout to end the game. You'd love to see it from Quincy, a perfect end to his night. As Baranek was amazing. Quincy the same. Looks over to second. The pitch home is low for ball 1. Thank you, Steven, for saying you the man. Yeah, it was a long run down to the camera, but we got it ready. 1-1 count for Adam Quincy. The pitch home. It's in there for strike 2. 1 pitch away from getting out of this game and shutting out the Edenton Steamers. That would put a bad taste in the Steamers' mouths, getting shut out by their rival, the River Bandits. We lost the first 2 meetings against them, won the last one. 1 pitch away from winning the second in a row and tying up the record with the Steamers. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Adam Quincy looking at the sign from Colin Hughes. Runners on first and second. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch home. Low, bounces up. Runners are going to advance to second and third as Colin Hughes can't locate it. Full count now for Quincy. And Davis Halstead on the plate, at the plate. You'd love Quincy to end the game here. You don't want him to get taken out as his pitch count is definitely up there at this point. Doesn't look like there's any work in the bullpen. I think they're going to let him finish the game. Here's the full count. He looks at the sign. Runners on second and third. The payoff pitch to win the game is low. Hits him.
Oh, my God. Come on, dude.
So Coach Crosby is going to go out and talk to Quincy. Maybe there was work and I just couldn't see from my angle. Now runners are going to be every bag, bases loaded. The whole infield, and Coach Crosby is going to have a talk with Adam Quincy. Love to see Quincy finish the game, but it does not look as though that's happening. Great outing from Quincy, just can't get the save. 1 out away. Nonetheless, amazing stuff from Adam Quincy. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is after this quick timeout on YouTube Live. We are back as Ryan Kay is at the plate, and our second baseman tonight, JB Bell, on the mound. We don't want to use any more arms, so let's see what he can do. He pitches that one low. So JB Bell, have not seen him pitch. He's been hitting great for the River Bandits, hitting over 400. He's going to pitch. He's going to get a short ground ball dribbler over to him at first base. Oh, he throws that high. Wow, he's going to throw it way over Jack Nielsen's head. Oh, what happened? Oh, they called it a foul ball off his foot. Well, that is very fortunate for the River Bandits, as it looked like JB Bell might get the final out off a dribbler towards him, Threw it way over Jack Nielsen's head. Probably would have brought 2 or 3 runners home. Went way into foul territory down the first base line. Now a 1-1 count. Ryan Kay gets another chance. And so does JB Bell with the 1-1. That's way outside for ball 2. Gonna have to make him swing. I think he knows he's a position player, doesn't usually pitch. 6 hits to 6 hits for both teams. River Bandits still up 8-0. All he needs is one pitch in there that swings at, grounds it out, pops it up, flies it out, any of the above. Don't need the strikeout. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that hits him in the back, brings home a run for the Steamers. This could be trouble as we have a position player on. Now at 8-1 ball game. It's bringing up the bottom of their order, Alden Cottle. With JB Bell on the mound. Has a hit by pitch that brought in a run just a moment ago. Let's hope we can still get the win. I think we can. We just need 1 out. JB Bell on the mound. JB Bell's been playing great at second, some great hitting. Can he do it for the River Bandits on the mound? Pitch home is low for ball 1. I was a batter, which I'm glad I'm not, because I am not good. I would probably watch every pitch right now and test JB Bell to the best of his ability. Start hitting the strike zone. Be even more satisfying to win with a position player on the mound. Here's a 1-1. Hit over to the second base side. Mitch Jones. Oh, excuse me. Thought he was going to get the out, and he drops it, brings home another run. Wow. Mitch Jones filling in for JB Bell at second base. JB Bell went up to pitch. Thought that was the game. JB Bell made the game-winning pitch, now an 8-2 game. Freaked me out because hit to the second base side, and that's usually JB. So that pitch is low for ball 1. Wow, this could be trouble. Bases are loaded. Happy with it. That batter being Luke Myers, their second baseman, the top of their batting order. The 2-0 from JB is low for ball 3. Just take a couple pitches. I think we should. Maybe they're not even here tonight. 3-0 is outside, brings home another run that makes it 8-3, as this is starting to get interesting here in Tarboro. Still no one in the pen. Everybody anxiously waiting for a hopefully River Bandit win.
Dude, how the heck do you not feel? Right cheating ground ball.
The first pitch of the at-bat is in there for strike one.
There we go!
Bases loaded, 2 outs. J.B. Bell on the mound, facing the number 2 hitter, Drifton Paget. Pitch home, fouled back. He's up in the count, 0-2. J.B. can use this to his advantage, can pitch it anywhere now, can do a put-away pitch, a wasted pitch. Try to get Paget to swing at anything. Here's the 0-2 to win the game from J.B. Bell, and that's skies high for ball one. Tried to get him with some high cheese, sailed up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's in there for strike three. J.B. Bell catches him looking. Drifton Paget goes down looking for out number 3, and J.B. Bell wins or saves the game for the River Bandits. 8-3 ball game.
River Bandits win it over the
Crowd is excited as a position player steps up on the mound for Adam Quincy. Threw just too many pitches, was 1 pitch away from winning the game. Bases were loaded, 8-0, and J.B. Bell goes up on the mound, ends up winning the game. There were 3 runs scored in the top of the 9th. Nonetheless, a win for the River Bandits, all the same.
Give it up for Bryant
Great pitching from both sides of the mound for the River Bandits. Bryant Baranek started, had solid 5 innings. Adam Quincy came in, another solid 4. J.B. Bell saved the game, and the River Bandits take the win, and that'll be it on your River Bandit live stream. River Bandits win 8-3 against the Edenton Steamers, and we'll see you here just a few days on Saturday in Tarboro as we play, I believe, the Edenton Steamers once again. Now a 2-2 series against the Steamers, and 7-3 for both squads. We'll see if we can, FYI, we can hear everything. Yeah, he's right next to me. I can't do much about it. I wish I could. Just he has to call the announcing for everybody in the stadium. I'm doing the announcing for everybody watching online. Try to mute myself as much as possible, but at the end of the game here, I cannot. So that'll be it. And thank you for watching the YouTube live stream. We'll see you here Saturday, just a few days. Thanks for watching.